Well, here is attorney right now, Avery Friedman on CNN. He's an analyst there. He's an analyst with News Channel 5. Good to have you with us, Avery. Let me set the stage for what we're going to talk about. Federal prosecutors today said that the vice president of a construction company hired a prostitute for Jimmy DeMora, county commissioner, in exchange for county contracts. And the information filed in federal court this morning appeared to detailed recorded phone conversations between Ferris Cleem, the vice president of Blaze Construction, and county commissioner Jimmy DeMora regarding a trip they took to Las Vegas in 2008. Prostitutes, the allegation is, and bribes.
And it's very specific, Leon. This information, which is essentially an indictment, like an indictment, assigned to U.S. District Judge John Adams in Akron, incidentally, will handle this case. It is very specific on the activities. In fact, when you study the information, it is specific in terms of dates and time. So it clearly suggests that there are wires involved here.
Somebody appears to be wearing a wire.
Sure.
When you and I looked at that, there were specific times and dates and quotations, utterances by somebody in quotation marks.
Well, the intriguing thing about it is that the government decided to plead this information with specificity. They talked about $2,000 advance to Jimmy DeMora for a Rolex watch, $1,000 for a prostitute, $3,500 worth of gaming chips at a Vegas trip. So it is very specific in zeroing in what the government is claiming is a quid pro quo, a trade-off for this personal attention for county contracts involving the new juvenile center and other public projects.
We've been following this story for almost 2 years now, since the raid at DeMora's home and Russo's home. What happens now? Is this a major turning point?
Well, this information today is a blockbuster in the context of the county corruption case. It turns on very specific information, zeroing in on the most important public official in Cuyahoga County. And to me, when you look at the context of all the cases, the biggest development so far.
In government circles, what happens now? I mean, is the county almost at a standstill because of the developments that we've seen today and the developments we've seen over the last 2 years almost?
Well, remember, some have argued that it would be important for Mr. DeMora to resign. It is very clear in this information. The United States doesn't care. The Justice Department is moving forward whether or not he resigns and whether or not it impacts on the efficient operation of Cuyahoga County. Whether it is detrimental to getting things done over at the county administration building, we really don't know. But you know, Leon, it must.
So federal agents are not going to back off. They've started this and they're going to take it all the way to some sort of a conclusion.
Well, not only are they going to take it to a conclusion, but this particular information is so powerful in terms of the details, the kind of corruption that we're dealing with. We are at a brand new stage in this county corruption undertaking.
You use the word blockbuster. That's exactly what you mean. This changes the whole tenor of the investigation, doesn't it?
Well, you know, the identification of Mr. DeMora and Mr. Russo have been fairly specific, but nothing like what we see today filed in the federal district court. It is a whole new level of involvement and activity by the Department of Justice.
We will see what we will see, won't we, Avery?
Absolutely.
As you and the legal profession certainly will be watching it very closely.
Absolutely.
Avery Friedman, he's an analyst for CNN. He's an analyst for News Channel 5. He's all over the place, and we appreciate you being with us.
Good to be with you, Leon.
Always good to have you with, my friend.
My pleasure.
Such insight.